In a small town in Japan, there lived a little girl named Sarah. She was a very happy girl. She liked to help everyone. She also liked animals very much, but her grandmother never let her have pets at home until one day when her father was coming back from work, he found an injured parrot on the road. It looked like it had been hit and couldn't fly, so he decided to take it home. Sarah was very excited when her father arrived with the parrot. She took care of him for a whole week, named him Pepe, and gave him lots of love until the parrot recovered and could fly. Her father decided it was time to let the parrot go. Sarah was very sad but agreed, and together they took the parrot out of the yard and watched him fly away. Time passed and Sarah always remembered the parrot. One day, a horrendous earthquake shook Japan. Sarah was alone in her house. She didn't have time to get out and her entire house collapsed, leaving her trapped in the rubble. When her family arrived at the place, they were very worried because they thought Sarah had died. Sarah was crying for help with all her strength, but nobody could hear her. There was a small hole in the rubble where light was coming in, and she saw something coming towards her. It was Pepe the parrot, who had heard Sarah's screams and had gone to help her. Pepe flew out of the hole to call the attention of the rescuers. Pepe started to scream, "Help! Help! Help!" many times until the rescuers came to him, and it was there when Sarah started to scream louder. When the rescuers heard Sarah, they started to leave the rubble quickly, and Sarah could finally get out. Everyone was surprised. Who would have thought that a parrot could save a little girl's life? Aurora was a woman who lived in a forest far away from the city. She had decided to live there because it was a very quiet place. Over the years, she began to go deaf because she was already very old. She was 80 years old. Every morning, she went for a walk along a path in the forest with her dog Tom. One morning, she went for her usual walk, but this time without her dog because he was sick and was resting. That morning, Aurora stopped at a small river to swim and refresh herself, when a bear appeared behind her and began to approach. Due to her deafness and the noise of the river, she couldn't hear it. The bear was about to attack her when her dog Tom, who had been following her to take care of her, started barking with all his strength, and the bear ran after Tom. Luckily, Tom was able to escape and return home. On the other hand, Aurora never knew that she had been saved by her dog.
Even a mouse must be late. Camilla is first put the band in the garden that she lived in a garden and barely have the strength to live because of the side she suffered from, and she suffered hymns. Only one person collaboration here was a garden collection boy, William Metcalfe. A grandma knew for the others happened together. A family decided to allow them in they had a barred stability here. Maybe they went. Camilla lay down under her legs. She sleeps internally grateful for having had the opportunity to live in peacefully with the necessary care. Emmanuel the Garber boy decided to create a food fashion for a band, those which he could cookies Camilla. There is not aching for love. They were both very young when their love story began. We were 23 years old, and then we surely learned that they love each other. The girl's parents will not love any boy to approach movies and romantic in the chat. The father was terribly angry, but despite the high rates, he decided to be his girlfriend and being close to him made her feel safe, and short hours trusted him for everything, and they that servant times together they wild, and they even dollar they find me. Fought with war stuff for belly band. They were in love as at hand time we did not read the car. It was her first love and very time. The August I feel like it will be the last for the rest of my life. Max and Harold was molested. James and Anna were married, got were very happy with their dog Max. Steinberg, not 2 years later, they had a beautiful baby boy. The couple was live afraid of their dog raising to baby because the dog was very house of strength. So they decided to leave the dog in the yard until the baby grew up. The dog was very sad and Badger allowed to be led in, which made his own worst time. He was angry with their baby. One night, the couple had dinner with our neighbors across the spring and elevator. By in the car of this grandmother that some native, the dog was more nervous than usual. He was stretching with his strength to be laying in horning. The noises from the door, the grandmother decided to open it to see what was going on outside. When she opened the door, the dog ran and went up the straight to the bedrooms.
Grandma was very scared. She didn't know what to do, so she decided to run to the neighbor's house to inform James and Nana of the incident that had occurred. They ran to their house, worried about their baby. When they got to the room, there was a lot of blood around. They were very scared and imagined the worst, that their dog had hurt their baby. When James approached the crib, he saw his baby sleeping peacefully, and beyond was his dog, full of blood. When they picked him, they realized that he had a snake in his mouth. Max had saved his little one from a snake. That's why he had been so nervous, because the dog felt the presence of the snake in the house. They immediately took Max to a veterinarian and were able to treat the wounds left by the snake. From that day on, the couple never mistrusted their dog again, and Max never left the baby's side. He took care of him and gave him lots of love and care.